GNT show is intended for mature audiences. Parental discussion is advice. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Star Trek, The Final Frontier. These are the voyages of the GNT show, our continuing mission to explore Star Trek storytelling, to seek out new worlds and interesting characters, to boldly go where no show has gone before.
Naomi Wildman. I was setting it up. Oh. Welcome to the GNT show, where obviously we have no script.
Yeah, let's just get this puppy started.
As always, the beautiful, the lovely, the high-booted, short-skirted, big-breasted Terry Lynn.
That would be me. Admiral Shaw.
She's badass. It's Ceridium.
Good morning. It's Sunday on the GNT show.
You know the worst part of this morning? It's not the getting up early. It's the fact they're making me wear clothes to do the show.
It's time for coffee clutch.
Strap on your helmets, boys and girls. It's gonna get rough.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those mornings.
Let me put on my seatbelt, my helmet with the little blinky light on top.
For safety.
When we decided we were going to do the GNT show, one of the things we said was no standards. GNT show does not go on the air because we're ready. It goes on the air because it's 9 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Mike could have snapped by then and killed us both. Pain sticks for Mike, evidently.
We have our production meetings on the air.
Well, it's the best way to get you to adhere to things.
Yeah, you've now set an expectation. That's the thing about the GNT show is we set no expectations.
I need more coffee.
Wow,
I'm trying to figure out wher or not I want to do general news or Star Trek news, and I figured
this is Terry having a series of small strokes, actually.
Well, it doesn't take long for this show to deteriorate, does it?
Straight the fuck downhill.
I don't always podcast, but when I do, I GNT.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the GNT Show, episode 182. I'm Terry Lynn.
Kablah! I'm Ceridium. We are alive.
our big tired Klingon in the morning. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing all right. An extra hour of no sleep.
An extra hour of no sleep. It does feel that way, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I went to bed early, but unlike you, I actually slept through. So I went to bed at 9 last night.
Right on.
And,
yeah.
Oh.
Good morning, everybody. How's it
Good
going?
morning, Black Magnum. How are you?
I'm doing well. I actually feel good. I went to bed early last night, and I feel awake and alive.
Excellent. So did I. I got sleep, and although I have to say, it still hurt when the alarm went off.
True, because it's dark. It's dark outside. Technically, we should be sleeping.
It's funny is I know that it's dark outside because I look outside and the sun is it's twilight here now, so it's just starting to rise here, and I think, oh, that's right, I'm an hour ahead of you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. It's what, a couple of minutes after. It's like 12 after 7.
Yeah, it's 7:11 here right now, and the sun is it comes up from behind the mountain, the Sandia Mountain. So we have this beautiful silhouette of the mountain, and then this pale blue sky. It's really, really pretty, but it's cold. It's 26 degrees.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah,
that temperature was shut down Dallas. You know that, right? Dallas, Texas. The whole town shuts down. People can't, process.
It'd be chaos in my little town.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
California, we don't handle that kind of cold very well.
True.
Well, no.
Cold, cold for us in California is 50 degrees.
Well, that is true. I do remember that. I remember thinking, I can't wait till it gets into the 50s where I can wear a sweater. and now, I kid you not, I can go outside and it'll be, 28, 29 degrees, and I won't go out with a coat. I'll let the dogs out and I'll just stand there, and it won't be that bad. And I think a lot of it's just because, and you're going to laugh, because it's a dry cold. Because it's a dry cold.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not like, it's the dry heat.
Yeah.
It's a dry cold. It's not as painful.
Well, they have that in Canada as well. They have that really dry air, dry cold. Yeah.
It's the mountain.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. It
the
really
lower
is.
Rocky Mountains, if you knew what I mean, man. So how are you this morning, Mr.? How was your week, Anthony?
My week was good. I'm still training in the new job. I'm going out on ride-alongs, and I'm just living the dream right now. I'm enjoying myself. The way I look at it is, any day that I'm off claims is a good day. So
I'm almost jealous of you. Almost jealous of you. For our listeners who do not know, Anthony and I actually we do the same thing in our real lives, and so we get to commiserate with each other all the time.
Yes, we do.
It's really kind of nice.
Yeah, that is.
But Anthony got a new job.
Yep.
And I'm so excited for him. him.
I'm
and now
excited
you're like
as well. It's
a
great.
large lost Meister, huh?
Large lost Meister. That's right. Top of the food chain, baby. Top of the food chain.
Sorry, what did you end up doing this week? I know you've been a busy man.
Let's see. I wrote up an article for TNN for my science fiction to science fact column.
Loved it.
This time I think I had talked about prosthetics, so I thought it was an interesting topic, and so did that. I've been working on Fires of the Phoenix. I have effectively doubled the number of pages in my outline. Outlining a comic or graphic novel is quite different than outlining a short story.
Yeah.
I'm discovering that because everything has to be like balanced for you have to consider pages when you're trying to outline, so you can try to get that the balance. You don't want to cut a page short, or you want to make sure you have enough room for the text and trying to tell this story while accommodating the visual aspect is quite different, quite interesting. But I'm enjoying it. But it's slow going because it's all new. But so I've been working on that. I don't know if I did anything else.
I know that we got busy with Trek News Network when we all found out. I mean, of course, our lead story today is the death of Harve Bennett, producer who is pretty much thought of as being the person who saved Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think he's the guy that's responsible for pretty much everything that we saw on the big screen.
Yeah, and very well thought of. Nice guy from all accounts. Larry Nemeczek was the last person to have interviewed Mr. Bennett for his Wrath of Khan documentary. And Larry has the recordings of his interview. And I know that he's going to be putting those together probably a little more quickly than he first originally thought. But hopefully we'll see some of those recordings that Larry got to speak with him about. Because I remember talking to Larry after he got back from visiting him in his retirement home. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to see those videos before the documentary,
Yeah. I was on Larry Nemeczek's Facebook, and he had a picture of him and Harve Bennett having a beer together.
Yeah, that was during the interview.
Yeah, that was during the interview, right?
Isn't that cool?
It was awesome. Yeah.
We almost something else that happened this week. We almost lost Han Solo.
Don't you think he's a little too old to be flying around in airplanes? I mean, look what happened to John Denver,
Well, that is true. John Denver, wasn't that a kit plane too?
I think so, yeah. And Han Solo. Harrison Ford was flying a kit plane as well.
It wasn't a kit plane, wasn't it? It was a real antique plane.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah. I think it was and that's why there's a whole bunch of aviator friends, or I should say files, aviophile. What would you call it? People who love planes are, heartbroken over the loss of an antique.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to make up a word. I'm going to say avionics. But
avionics or
something like that. I don't know.
Something like that.
Making it up.
And and that was the same night we found out about Harve Bennett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were like rival news stories, but I think...
So Trek News Network, G&T show, me and Nick and Mike, mostly Nick and Mike, do a lot of writing for Trek News Network, which is the, what would you call it, the official news organization for the Federation? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Russ Haslage is like our leader, and they're amazing, the Rayburns write for them as well. And so we were scrambling. We were scrambling on Thursday night trying to find corroboration to the Harve Bennett story, because the only thing that had come out was a single Deadline.com article, but they offered absolutely no support. They didn't list their source for the news. They didn't list who had told them about the news. All they just said was Harve Bennett was dead. And we were like, that's great. How do we know he's dead and you're not just trolling us? As much as Deadline.com probably wouldn't, there's still a blog organization and it's possible, right?
Yeah.
We were running around trying to get a second source for it. And
I think that's the problem that everyone else was experiencing along with us. It was like trying to find that second source or a source.
A source.
And finally, eventually, one did come out, and then at that point, we went ahead and moved forward. Nick wrote up a nice little article about Harve, so got to check it out on TNN.
All while Dennis was trying to get out the breaking news of Harrison Ford's plane crash. It was kind of crazy. So we'd like to thank John Jackson Miller for his understanding in putting off our interview with him until next week.
Yes, most certainly. What a trooper.
Yeah. That blended us right into the Star Trek news.
Star Trek news.
So one of my jokes, now that we all know that Harrison Ford's going to be okay, and I waited, somebody had posted this tweet on Twitter that I thought was hilarious, which was how would you like to be playing golf and a plane crashes and out of the plane comes Han Solo? I mean, that's got to be the trippiest day ever. It's like, that's like the greatest golf story ever. Instead of like, oh yeah, I shot my 200-yard driver, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh yeah, I was playing golf and the plane crashed and out popped Han Solo.
Wouldn't that be something if you actually hit the ball? The plane was flying low over, you hit the plane and then plane crash. And you're like, oh my God, I killed Han Solo. That's therapy in the making right there.
Terry, look who's in the chat room.
I know.
Good morning, Valentine.
Fine. And then the other joke that I had was, I never ever want to hear a Star Wars fan ever crack a bad doctor on a golf course joke ever, because that's who helped him out. I mean, yes, he was able to get out of the plane kind of on his own, but his head was really racked up. I mean, there's a lot of people talking that he took 80 stitches.
Oh my God.
He did how many?
I heard 80, but I don't know if that's...
Holy cow.
Yeah, no. So he must have cracked his head against the dash. The dash.
Yeah.
And
80 stitches? I mean, that's almost like stapling his face in place.
Pretty much. Well...
Oh my gosh.
There were 3 doctors on the golf course who saw his plane crash. So they helped him out. So the first responders were like...
Was one of them a plastic surgeon? We can fix you up. Make you look 10 years younger in the process. I'm sorry.
But, lucky him. He had his first responders were 3 local physicians from the local hospital. I'm just, that's, if you're gonna, and not the least of which is, it just goes to show what a talented pilot he really is. Because he was able to bring that
right on.
Pretty damn good.
He did put a tweet out when he was able to. He said, it's okay, daddy's okay, or something like that. Or daddy's okay.
Wasn't that from his son or something?
Yeah, his son tweeted something like that.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, his son is a chef in LA.
Oh,
and he tweeted, "Dad's okay," and I was like, "Oh, thank God." Okay, so now I can post my jokes.
Yeah. It's sort of like when someone trips and falls, and you want to make sure they're okay before you laugh. So maybe it was like that.
See, and I have a very hard time with that. I can't control my laugh when I see somebody because I do it myself. I'll trip and I'll laugh. I'm like, Terry, pick up your fucking feet. I have really...
So, in other words, the funny bone is connected to your feet bone?
It's a tragedy thing. It's like I like physical comedies as well.
Yeah.
Right? When I watch a stupid movie, I mean, I like the physical... It's like why I like the original Pink Panther films.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help myself. I mean, that's funny shit.
I love Peter Sellers. He was great.
He was.
Yeah.
So we got some more. So here is a lovely obituary of Harv Bennett at the Los Angeles Times. And fittingly, a great picture with him and Leonard Nimoy in 1983, right before
Right on.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I like that.
I do too. Well, when I heard about Harve Bennett's passing, the first person I thought of actually was Dayton Ward, because Dayton is a huge $6 Million Man fan.
Mm-hmm.
And Harve Bennett was also responsible for $6 Million Man and the Mod Squad. And I thought, oh man, that's really gonna. I wondered how Dayton took it, and I saw a couple of posts that you could see where Dayton was, not happy.
Yeah.
But an extremely talented producer, and we owed Star Trek and Star Trek fans owed him a lot. Our condolences to his family. Yes.
I had spoken with, or we had George and I. We had spoken with Larry shortly after we found out about Harv's passing, and it really, what that gentleman had done for Lanny. That's good. I like that. But
Should
sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Posted it in the chat room of the Millennium Falcon crashed in a golf course.
It's
That's
like
freaking
sticking
perfect.
up. Yeah. Although it's backwards, but that's okay. It's
That's
still
even funnier.
wonderful. Yeah. But yeah, what that gentleman had done for Trek was phenomenal. And I mean, was at that point in time, was there, for instance, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, and The Voyage Home? They basically told one massive story.
Right.
Had anyone ever done that before? I mean, in terms of sequel films?
Kind of.
Okay.
It kind of harkens back to the serial films of the 50s. Wouldn't you say, Anthony? And there were a lot of films that came out. They used to grind serial movies like Flash Gordon films.
Right.
And you would go to your theater, and I would say they would come out frequently, almost monthly, right? It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could go find out what happened next to your favorite hero. And so it kind of harkens back to that, I felt.
Okay.
Which is why I think, and then of course television kind of took over in that respect, where so especially in the soap opera started as you had to tune in the next day to find out what happened.
Well, for me, that was like the first time I had ever encountered something like that, where a featured film, although it told a complete story, the next film kind of continued on that story in such a way. So, for me, that was the first time I had really encountered it.
Okay, the first time I really encountered something truly like that was The Empire Strikes Back. I had a visceral reaction to the fact that they left you hanging with what happened to Han Solo.
Oh, yeah. That's right. And you're like, whoa.
What?
Yeah, what? Is he dead?
Is he what? But and I remember standing up in the theater and yelling, "What happens to Han?" And everybody turns around and they were like, "I know, we don't know. We have to wait." I was like, "What? What do you mean I have to wait for the next film to find out what happens?" To me, that was the real powerful one. Now, Star Trek was kind of going on along the same time, but their stories were never quite so
cliffhanger. Yeah, because like I said, with that one you had a complete story. It worked. You didn't have the cliffhanger-ness to it. I mean, Spock was dead. That was sad. But at the time, I mean, there was really no need or consideration, to think that he would be coming back.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, he's back, and it's like, wow. And it was still a good story.
You know what's funny is that Leonard Nimoy was tired of playing as Spock. He didn't even want to play. He didn't want to even be in number 2.
Right.
And then that's when Harve Bennett took him to dinner. And is like, hey, what if I give you the greatest death scene since Psycho?
Right.
And then
exactly.
he talked Nimoy into it, and Nimoy, all right, I'll do it. And then he does the movie, he dies.
Awesome.
To me, I was like, no, Spock can't be that. I'm sitting there traumatized.
Yeah.
Because when I think of Star Trek, I think of Kirk, Spock, right? Now Spock is dead. And this is movie number 2. I'm traumatized. I'm a kid back then.
I know. I remember just crying and crying and crying. But here's the thing, though. As an adult, do you think they should have brought him back, or should they have kept him? Are you glad they brought him back?
Selfishly, I am glad they brought him back.
Yeah.
And I would have it no other way,
Yeah.
So.
I as disappointed as I was in the follow-up film, and with what everybody at the time was like, okay, they're totally retconning this.
Yeah, they were. Right. Yeah. It was cheesy.
And as much as we all just kind of went, well, they had to get him out. They had to bring him back some way. As much as I hated 3, I loved 4 all the more, and I was glad that he was there. But the one thing that I love about 2 is everybody still considers Wrath of Khan like one of the best. It's consistently ranked either the best or one of the best Star Trek films ever made. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that they were able to focus on a rather believable villain who chewed up the scenery.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you got to have a villain that chews up the scenery, but you got to give him a reason to do so. And I think they pulled that off with On. And well, rest in peace, Mr. Bennett. We will miss you and your intelligence and your great movie and television show making. I wish I had. Moving on with the news, there's a interesting article. We're starting to see some very interesting things coming out little bit by bit. Announcements for the 50th anniversary of Star Trek.
Right on.
Cool. The first thing I saw was this. This is from IO9, and they have, I'm not sure how they found this out, where it came from, but I'm jealous that they got the info.
Oh, look who joined us. Good morning, sir.
Is Nick with us?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
I didn't want to wake him up if he was we weren't sure. Well, either way, the while he gets his mic connected, from the Hero Complex, Cine Concerts, CBS Consumer Products, and Paramount Pictures have announced that they will be producing concerts which will touch on major themes from composers Jerry Goldsmith, James Horner, and Leonard Rosenman, with a symphony orchestra performing live as footage from various Star Trek movies and TV shows is projected to a 40-foot screen. A pre-tour performance is set to take place at Royal Albert Hall in London on November 1st, 2015. The concerts will include music from the films Star Trek: The Motion Picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Voyage Home, Insurrection, alongside selections from soundtracks to the original series, Next Gen, DS9, and Voyager. And so we'll find out if they're all going to be in the UK or if they're going to be coming across to US as well or other countries. We'll keep up on that.
Very cool.
Is Nick with us yet?
This is why you do not hire non-union work to hook up your equipment. I was having connectivity issues this morning.
Oh
no, sorry to hear that.
We thought well, we don't think it's shooty time, but it might be.
No, that's next weekend.
Okay.
But it's Friday and Saturday next week, so I'll be there Sunday.
Oh, okay, great.
Right on.
Okay. And Black Magnum's with us. So
yeah, I was keeping your seat warm.
Get the fuck out of my chair.
All right, I'll go sit on a red plastic chair. Calm down, dude.
Hey, want some macaroni and cheese?
No.
Oh my.
Oh,
we are not going there again.
All right, just a half a second. So our friend Marv, a friend of his
fullback.
from work, fullback. A friend from his, a coworker of his, brought to work a macaroni and cheese grilled cheese sandwich, and he gave Marv a bite of that, and he said it was the nastiest thing he's ever eaten in his life.
That kind of does sound gross.
Yeah, I think they made it with that Kraft, with the powdered cheese.
Yeah,
and all that stuff,
there's
That's
restaurants that I've been in that have it, but was like it was like homemade, macaroni and cheese and stuff, and it was really good. But no, using like the Kraft or the Velveeta or whatever, no, that's wrong.
Yeah. I love that. That's just too funny. I think it's the Robin and the whole. Oh my God. Okay, sorry.
Look at Magenta, Harley Magenta.
Are you talking about that picture in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rocky. It's DC's version of Rocky Horror. Yeah,
it's just. Was that Batgirl or was that on the chair?
That's Batman.
Holy cow!
Doing Frankenfurter.
That's Frankenfurter.
Oh, okay. I've only seen that movie once, so that's a long time ago.
I've seen it far too many times in a theater with all the accoutrements.
Castles don't have phones, you idiot.
Well, welcome back to the show. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, no, there was just connectivity issues.
So there is such a thing as Star Trek yoga pants.
And I'm out.
Not sure how I feel about this, and I'm not sure how yoga pants. Yeah.
Actually,
something I don't wear without killing people. What was that?
There's plenty
of people we know that would look pretty fucking
really awesome in those.
That.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I would wear them as long as nobody else was around and I was like on a treadmill, but that's it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it depends on who's wearing it.
Yeah, but especially the placement of the nacelles, if you understand my take.
Hello,
because they're anatomically correct nacelles. They get you right on the butt. They're Star Trek pants. They're Star Trek yoga pants. If you want them, go buy them. Look at that, the big old nacelle right under the.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to have Sunsail model those for us.
I would not.
Did I shut down?
I was gonna say I would. Let's put it this way: if I wore them, the Enterprise would have like warp 55 nacelles.
Oh my!
Look at that one, Matthew Anderson.
Yeah,
where no man has gone before. Docking Bay 1.
Why do I get this feeling that if we reposted that picture that John Van Sitters would say, I did not approve those?
Maybe he did.
But he may have to
those
reconsider.
Are the same pants that Nan Baka wore when she was inaugurated on her last...
I don't think so. They have reissued the Star Trek dog accessories, which is awesome.
Right on.
So
Charlie loves his red shirt collar.
His red shirt collar? Oh.
Yeah.
They're $14.95 for the leashes and $9.95 for the collars. They come with a little Starfleet Delta. You can get them in the original 3 colors, so science, command, and engineering.
Yeah. Charlie, he never really was one to like to wear collars, but of course we always made him wear them. However, this one, he actually gets mad at us if we try to take it off. Go figure. I guess it's just more comfortable or something. I don't know, but he likes this one.
I think they're lightweight. I don't know if that's the fun sale posted. Very funny. Let's see. Now, go ahead.
They do make a little bit more noise because of the tag, but yeah.
This is actually a little bit of kind of Star Trek news. We do follow our favorite Star Trek actors and actresses, and one of them everybody knows for me is Baron Tahir. Baron Tahir is getting a new job. I'm always loving it when Baron Tahir gets work because I love to see this man work. He's going to be added to the Supergirl pilot. And what do you want to make a bet? He's going to be the villain. Let's find out.
Interesting.
Known only as the commander, who is described as an alien military expert leading the forces against Supergirl.
He's her version of Zod.
Oh, I can see that.
Right on.
I'm happy that he has work. I'm just really wish it would be a non-villain.
But he looks good as a villain.
True.
Oh, he does, and he plays them so well. And he eats, he eats up the screen. And he's.
I had on a similar note, Squirrel, on a Super Squirrel. I had read this week that season 2 of Flash is going to have Sam Welling reprise his role as Superman for it.
Yes.
That kind of made me very happy. So
I heard that as well. I was also
Superman.
very. What was that? I know you hate Superman.
We don't need.
You like Supergirl though?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What do you guys think of the new Supergirl? Did you see the photos of the new Supergirl?
She's hot. I love the uniform.
Some dude wrote an article saying that she isn't hot enough, and that maybe CBS needs to rethink their casting.
That's along the lines of the fucking dill holes who bitch about the commercials for with what's her name?
The one who the Wonder Woman. Is that who you're talking about? The actress who was supposed to play Wonder Woman?
No, the model.
For the War of God or the War.
God.
Alan loves her.
Oh yeah.
Alan loves her.
Oh, what's her name?
Jane. No, starts with there's an O in there or a U. I don't know, but she's really pretty. I don't know. Yeah, I know a lot of people give her grief. What were they giving her grief for not being pretty enough? Are they hot?
Why is she's only there because she's gorgeous. She probably doesn't even play.
That's the fake geek girl thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, what's her name?
I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to look her up. I just saw her in a movie just recently.
Yeah, she was in that movie with the people.
The lovely young lady that plays Supergirl, or that is going to play Supergirl, she was in Glee, and I was like, what? I could not figure out who she was. Yes, I watched Glee, and I had to look her up, and she looks totally different as a brunette, and I kind of like her as a blonde.
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton. Thank you.
It's a U. I knew there was a U. That's at Kate Upton.
You said O. I'm not gonna.
I did say O, and then I said it may have been. You're right.
I'm teasing you.
You gave me grief. I deserve it. There is an O in her.
There is an O in the name. Yeah, you were right. Okay.
But yeah, no, and people are like, "Oh, she doesn't even play." First of all, are you there? Do you know if she plays or not? Second of all, I like those those ads. Those are well-produced ads. Third of all, she's Kate fucking Upton. You're just jealous that you'll never be able to get anywhere near that. That's the problem.
I get really frustrated again, right? Ever since we've been doing this damn show, Nick, we've been bitching and moaning about
fucking. And let me just say this: I'd hit that Supergirl. I'm just saying.
I think she's absolutely perfect because I could totally see her fitting in a Kansas college.
Yes.
Just a typical college girl.
Yeah.
She looks totally Midwestern to me, so she would totally fit in.
Yep.
And anybody else just totally falling in love with Adrian Palik on S.H.I.E.L.D.? Anybody?
I love her. Awesome.
Do you not watch S.H.I.E.L.D., Magnum?
I have not. I'm a binge watcher, and I'm going to wait till at least 3 or 4 seasons are up, and then I'm going to watch them all in a week.
Do you know a year ago I would have laid into you on that, but that's become the norm.
Yep.
It really has. It's.
Meanwhile, what we'll do is we'll make sure we'll keep asking people to continue watching it on a weekly basis, so there is 3 seasons for you to binge watch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Nielsen now counts within 7 days of a show airing, they do count like the online viewing now.
Yeah, but that doesn't help if you're binge watching.
Binge watching at the end of the season type thing.
It only helps when you're on Netflix, when they post them all at once.
Right, and that's when I watch it. I watch it on Netflix.
So if you're watching like a Netflix original like House of Cards or Orange is the New Black and they post an entire season all at once, they get credit for the binge watch.
Yell at Admiral Tate. It's Mockingbird, not Mockingjay. And you know what a lot of people are doing now is they'll wait. Like, I have a friend who was not able to watch like the first maybe 4 or 5 episodes of Gotham due to work stuff and all of that, and now they're just waiting for the season to come out on DVD or Blu-ray, and that's what a lot of people are doing now too. So it's really become it's become difficult to gauge viewership because there are people, that wait until the season's over to watch something.
No, I know. I don't know. I can't do it. I have to watch like I did with, like I do with S.H.I.E.L.D. I have to watch on a week because I have to find out what happens. I'm just one of those people. I really like seeing what's going to happen with.
Oh yeah, Sky.
That's what I'm just going to call him.
I have a question that I'd like to pose to the panel.
Yes, I would marry Sky. Was that not it, Mike?
No, sorry, that wasn't it. But it's noted. It's been noted. I've noticed a recent trend, past couple years, 3 years, where they've taken films and have turned them into series, and it's not like how it was several years, a while back, where the series spins off of. This is telling the story of the film in a more expansive way. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, let's see, they've done it with like Psycho. They've done it with Sci-Fi is doing it with 12 Monkeys.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think even the what was From Dusk Till Dawn? They did it with that film, and I do like what they did with it. It really expanded the from the film, and
12 Monkeys is getting really good reviews too.
I'm enjoying the 12 Monkeys, and that's a film that really a film that really benefits from having that expansive, format, because there's so much happening in that one film. But how do you guys feel about revisiting some of these classic films?
I think it's easier. Well, one, I think a lot of us who enjoyed an original film like Psycho or something like that, it's easy because the IP is already owned, right? They don't have to worry about owning the IP. And 2, it's easier because it's easier to expand on an existing world than it is to take an existing world and shove it into 2 hours. So I think going from a singular movie into a series is a hell of a lot easier than it is to go from a series like Star Trek and punching it into 2 hours.
Interesting. Sensei, I'll ask, didn't they do that with Firefly Serenity? Actually, no. Firefly came out, Serenity finished the story.
Everything up, right.
Yeah, because they couldn't finish it.
Before they killed everybody off.
Yeah, Firefly was canceled and they couldn't finish the story, so they used the film to do that, to tie up all the loose ends.
Tie up all the loose ends.
Well,
Joss
Mike,
did it just to kill everybody off. I'm just fucking...
Yeah.
Mike, what you were talking about, if it's done well, no problem. Like the show Dominion, which I like a lot, is actually the quote sequel to oh my god, I just had a brain fart. The bad Keanu Reeves movie Legion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the follow on to that. And it's expanded.
See, that's a little bit different. It's a follow up. What I'm referring to is retelling the same story, but expanding on the original story.
Right, because like
all the highlights are exactly the same. All the major
Bates
points.
One is the backstory to before the murders.
Okay.
The one that's on. That's him and his mom alive.
Right, and that's when he was much younger, and
as a kid,
and he's awkward as a kid, and but his mom is his only source of stability.
Yeah.
And the Dusk to Dawn series, I saw the whole first season on Netflix, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I've seen all the Dusk to Dawn movies, and then I saw that TV show, and I want more. I actually want another episode to come out, another season to come out.
Yeah, but
and could we
from this point forward for Dusk Till Dawn, it would be a new story, whereas the first season was pretty much the film.
Right.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was the film, except they had 13 hours to tell it, and of course, with that much time, you get into a lot more detail with the characters. You get into a lot more detail with the storytelling, and the locations. So you're getting so much more out of it, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, I don't mind it if it's done well, because it can expand on a universe.
Right.
I agree.
Now,
just like Agent Carter's expanded the Marvel universe by that little, just with that little bit that they did.
I want more.
Yeah.
I want more Agent Carter.
Now, along the same lines, let's bring it back to Trek. But don't you think that Star Trek 6 would really be awesome if they wanted to turn that into a season-long event, 13-episode event series
with Kittimer.
Yeah,
that whole storyline. I would jump at the opportunity to see that in a 13-episode event series.
Oh yeah, and just do an alternate viewpoint where while we know what's going on with the Enterprise and all of that, maybe having it from the other point of view, from the people at Kittimer setting everything up and all the negotiations and everything that are happening.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I just wanted to put that out there.
The political intrigue that's going on and all and we've talked about this before, like the West Wing type Trek.
Yeah, and we could
and
explore.
Wasn't Curzon Dax there?
He's supposed to have been. Yes.
There's your hook. Curzon Dax is the hook.
And again, I mean, we could.
I wonder if they could make Kurtwood Smith look young enough to be the president.
Kurtwood Smith could do whatever he wants. Do you know why? Because the man was red.
But they
could put his foot in our ass.
They'd be able to. It would be awesome if the president would go, "Shut up!
Sorry, Mike.
Foot in your ass."
The president of the Federation. Shut up, dumbass.
But they'd be able to explore not only the Klingon side, but also the Romulans and the Klingons and the Federation. The various aspects, because all of them were involved in it essentially.
And that would be showing the backstage machinations, if you will, of the plot to kill them.
Mm-hmm. Where did this come from? How did what's her name get recruited?
Valeris.
Yeah, there's so much they could do with it, and I think because this is starting to become a trend. I'm going to call it a trend because I'm seeing it more and more. I think that is one Star Trek film that could benefit from it. It was a great film to begin with, but there's so much there that they could easily come up with 13 hours of story.
And of the original crew films, that one is the best one to do that with.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
because with Khan, it was just the two ships, and we pretty much saw that. 3, the search for that's. I don't really see where you're going with that if they try and do it. 4, again, same thing. Unless it's just a bunch of people in a rain-soaked emergency operations center.
Yeah. I mean...
5, well... well... Paradise City? I don't know.
I sort of want a full season of episode 5. Movie number 5.
You know
when I go see God.
If it was redone,
it might work.
It would actually good. That movie had some of the best one-liners out of the whole series.
I agree.
With Tim Allen as Kirk fighting the Rock monster at the end.
I know, right? Played by the Rock.
Never give
Actually,
up, never
Paradise
surrender.
City, anything set in Paradise City might not be so bad, where you could have like the three factions, who threw all their trash in there, and your three ambassadors trying to just find a way to make it work. Huh? Titanian?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like, oh my God.
Right on.
I could see it. Where you've got your Klingon ambassador, your Romulan ambassador, and your Federation ambassador living on this pit hole of where they were idealistic and really wanted to make this work. And of course, all three factions send their trash to live there.
I loved that Klingon ambassador. Did anybody else think that was James Doohan the first time they saw it?
No.
I so did in the theater. The first time they showed him, I thought it was James Doohan.
You mean John Shook?
No. The Klingon ambassador.
From in which
Star
movie?
Trek 5.
Oh. I don't know. No, I didn't think it was. I didn't. I have to admit, I did not think it was.
For a brief moment, I thought it was when he first showed up, because he just reminded me of him for some reason. Now, remember, this is many years ago when I was not sober. Thought it was Uncle Phil. Oh, stop it. Uncle Phil would make a great Klingon.
Didn't he play a Klingon at some point?
I don't know. Let's turn to our black expert, Magnum.
Oh, just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm an expert on black
Oh my gosh.
You know why it took him so long to answer? He was eating his chicken and waffles.
Yeah, that.
Well, okay. Well, thank you for bearing with me with my
I like that
side
idea,
question
Mike.
there.
No, I like that idea.
I do too.
Especially for sex.
There was actually a pretty good poll, and I'm glad that
those hurt.
There was a pretty good poll.
Star Trek Ball!
It was about first officers. Right now, which Star Trek series featured the best alien homeworlds? I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Ferenginar, I mean, they had, 150 different words for rain?
Would DS... See, I wouldn't say DS9 because there weren't that many featured alien homeworlds.
Are you kidding?
We saw the most, I think, some of the more established worlds.
We saw Trill.
Yeah.
We saw Ferenginar. We saw Bajor. We saw Cardassia.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they had the best development of worlds that we had not seen before. I think that's because of DS9.
We saw the Founders Homeworld.
That was a big pile of
jet.
I think TNG probably showed us more homeworlds. There was a lot of Kronos that we saw there for sure. I think we saw more of Romulus on Enterprise, did we not?
We saw Romulus. When Terry asked the question, my gut, not even thinking about it, response, believe it or not, was Enterprise, because we had the Vulcan arc, we got Romulus, we were on Andor.
Yeah.
And that was my gut first reaction was Enterprise. Because my first thought was of the Andorians and the Anar.
Yeah, for the more established canon races, we did see more of them, yes. Some of the ancillary characters, I would say, or races, I think it was DS9.
Look at Lanny. Thank you, Lanny. That's awesome. General
James Avery. Yeah, I thought he had played a Klingon.
I would never have known that was him. That's some fucking fantastic makeup.
Yeah.
Do you think they made him shave his beard?
Oh, yeah. There's no way you can put that latex on without ripping it off anyway, so...
Oh, that's a shame. He's got a good beard.
Who else would never want to be on Uncle Phil's bad side? Show of hands. Yeah.
Me.
Not as General Kavach.
Oh, he's too nice. Look at him. Look at that smile.
The worst thing about Uncle Phil is that I wouldn't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy, and his character wasn't so much as I'm going to beat your ass. It was he would have been personally disappointed in your failure, and that I couldn't have handled that.
Nobody does the angry bug eye better than Uncle Phil.
I was like, I don't want to. No, I can't. Why not? Because I don't want to disappoint Uncle Phil.
Believe it, I have some news.
Okay, go ahead.
We all know my love of the Empress, of course, Mary Shawinski.
Yes.
There's
Poor thing. She's been having she had a rough day yesterday.
Why? What happened?
She said that she almost lost her Chicago card yesterday because she took the wrong train.
Oh, Mary. Oh. Okay, whatever train you're on, Empress, is the right train.
Is the right train.
There's a new episode of Glue Guns and Phasers up.
Ooh. Oh, fantastic.
And it's repurposing or t-shirt upcycling her and, of course, the amazingly awesome Connor Bright, who I love to no end. But they have a guest. Chris Gore joins them.
How fun.
And it is a fun episode. And if none of you have ever seen Glue Guns and Phasers, give it a watch. They are so much fun, and it's crafting. It's Star Trek crafts. They've made some such fun things. And of course it's the Empress, so I must watch because I'm programmed to. But yeah, Chris Gore is really cool. They take like jean jackets and stuff in this one, and they're upcycling t-shirts and some pins and patches and stuff and making new outfits out of them.
How fun. He's very, very crafty in all ways.
Oh, Chris Gore is a hilarious on this, yes, and really interesting.
There's some a little bit of additional news that came out of Star where you know how it never ceases to amaze you, right? Every week or at least once a month or so we get a little article saying, well, this year the Star Trek technology of the past has been created and is a reality. They're making such amazing headway with gear to help the visually impaired right now. It's making my head gear as in that. My brain. It's too early.
I heard beer as well, but I didn't say anything.
Maybe I did say beer. Did I say beer? We don't have any beer. My cholesterol's too high. Okay. An article came out on StarTrek.com which covers the fact that Geordi's visor is close to becoming a reality. Actually, it is pretty much. 68-year-old Minnesota man actually saw his wife for the first time in a decade thanks to... the Mayo Clinic and the degenerative eye disease, he had RP, retinitis pigmentosa, and they have what's called Second Sight Argus 2. It's a retinal prosthesis system where he met like a bionic eye implant kind of thing. So it's a...
I had read a couple years ago that they had managed to use an implant to start creating sight for the visually impaired. This sounds like this is like the next generation of that. This is, actually getting closer to something almost anyone can start using, which is fantastic.
And it is a pair of glasses, and it picks up and allows for greater field of vision and greater light to enter into the back of the eye. And then it's really, really remarkable. And we're getting close, guys. Lanny, yes, I do have a problem. People in the chat room are giving me grief now for what I said before. Yeah.
Matthew Anderson, that's not fair.
Oh, Hoshi.
Yes. Okay. Hoshi.
they posted
Terry,
a picture
can you
of Hoshi
explain
in the
it to him?
room.
Because I can't, because I'm kind of tongue-tied right now.
Yeah, well, Hoshi is beautiful. What else can I say?
But why Mary is the Empress?
I can't remember other than the fact that she kind of always has been. She's Mary, all right?
But don't make me choose between them. Really, I would...
His head would explode.
I would pull freaking the finale of BSG when, frack, and just shoot myself. I'd pull a Paul Winfield, a Captain Terrell in Star Trek 2.
I'm really afraid of that picture. Whatever.
Which one? Kirk drinking?
No, the one above that.
That's why I'm just saying it in chat, not on the air.
Okay,
that's
then.
not Linda Park, is it?
Does it matter? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Magnum can't be racist. He's black.
I know, right? Because all I said was, is it wrong for me to think of Sushi when I see Hoshi?
No, because the words are very similar. So of course not.
I'm sitting there looking at a picture of a naked woman with sushi all over her, and I'm thinking, if that's why you're thinking of sushi, I can totally understand.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I see nothing wrong with that.
That picture made her think of Operation.
It totally does, doesn't it? I was like, so wait here. If you want some of the rice, do you get a buzz?
Look at the where the chopsticks are. Does that not look like an open wound?
It does look like Operation, yeah.
It
Don't
does.
touch the
That's what I'm
edge.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you pick up the uni and you
Don't touch the sides.
don't touch the squash.
I really want to eat some rice right now.
I was gonna say. I'm so glad that our listeners can't see this. So moving on.
All the more reason to tune in live. Oh boy.
I know. So I thought it was kind of interesting over the past week or two. Anthony.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but we take great pride here at the G&T show of pretty much sparking everybody else's successful runs at stuff, right? So we call it the G&T show bump, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So Nick a couple of weeks ago posted a blog on our site. Was it on our site or on TNN?
TNN.
He did. Okay, so he posted this blog on TNN, which was a wonderful article about his idea for the next iteration of a Star Trek television show. Not unlike what we were talking about earlier with Mike coming up with an idea of, oh, wow, what if it was just focused on one movie, or, you could expand on that. Mm-hmm. Nick felt that the anthology was going to be the best way for Star Trek to move forward. Since that time, how many articles have you seen for people calling for an anthology, Nick?
Enough that if I got royalties, I could retire.
No shit. I'm like,
interesting.
I'm not kidding you. I want to say, what was it? I'm just going to Google this right now.
I'm trying to look for the article. I'm on TNN right now. Is it an opinion, Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Star Trek series
the movie reboot
one
trend?
Isn't the one you deserve, or the Star Trek series you deserve isn't the one you want.
Oh, the Star Trek series you may desire. You desire
Yes.
may not be the one you need.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So that was the name of Nick's article at TNN. And since that time...
Total clickbait titles.
It was. But since that time, I have seen several other articles coming out calling for the same thing.
Do you think they read Nick's article and they're trying to take that
article had huge traffic?
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're taking Nick's article and trying to put their name on it and calling for an anthology.
Hey, if it gets us an anthology...
I know, right?
I'm kind of okay with that, but I did have to laugh because right after we started the show, we had the Ask Dayton, and then we still have Ask Dayton whenever we get a question. People send us a question for Ask Dayton, and then it was shortly after that EW started running an article in their weekly magazine.
Ask Dayton.
No, it wasn't Ask Dayton. It was like Ask
Dalton.
Dalton. It was Ask Dalton, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
really?" Really?
I'll be honest with you, Pete. TV corporations do that. They search the blogs and they look for these people who have these great ideas. Then they steal it, put it on their show, and then say, "Oh, we own this." Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Well,
it's funny that you should mention anthologies, Terry.
Oh.
I came across a Kickstarter.
Okay, a Kickstarter.
A Kickstarter for a fan production called Star Trek Anthology.
Oh. I want it to be real.
I know. And they're planning on following like 3 different ships in the series. One of them is a freighter. One is the USS Challenger. And there's another ship as well. I forget what it is, but
I don't know. I was, but I did. I can't tell you. I think I have run across probably 3 articles this week alone, Nick, that talk about
serious?
Yeah.
Well, something else for the G&T bump, and this is something we haven't even made public. I don't even know if I want to.
I was going to say, do we ever want to take credit for it?
You know what I'm about to talk about, right? What happened this week? Earlier this week, the Geek and Sundry channel had a streaming telethon, if you will, for the Lupus Foundation, which is just awesome.
I think that was just a coincidence.
I think so too.
Because we weren't public with it.
They did 48 hours of live streaming of them doing, oh my God, just everything you could imagine. Playing games, playing Cards Against Humanity, sitting there talking. People like Clark Gregg stopped by, Seth Green.
How fun!
It was phenomenal. Of course, Felicia Day is the head, I guess you could say, of Geek and Sundry. And their original goal was $20,000, and they raised over $100,000 in 48 hours,
but they raised it for charity,
for Lupus Foundation.
And I thought that was really remarkable and wonderful.
And it was kind of the kickoff to the Geek and Sundry Twitch channel, which is going to have daily programming. Every day they're going to have programming on it, like kind of like the Geek and Sundry YouTube channel. But this will be live.
How fun!
It's amazing what Geek and Sundry has done. But it just struck me as funny because 2 weeks ago the G&T show had a meeting.
We did.
Where I had my one idea for the year and punched out.
He used it up, so
I did.
He's going to sleep in for the rest of the meeting.
Should we announce?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I think
because
we all
Magnum, you're going to be part of this, just so you know.
Okay.
So if you have plans on Halloween, cancel them.
Oh, well, Halloween's my birthday, so I'll be happy to be here for you guys.
Fucking A.
We will celebrate together.
We are going
to have on Halloween. Write this down, everybody. Everybody got their
October
pencils?
31st.
October 31st, which is a Saturday. From noon Eastern Time Saturday through noon Eastern Time Sunday, November 1st. 24 hours of G&T.
Nice.
It's going to be painful.
And the reason we're going to do this is we're going to try a different way for our, you know how we have the, Mike, what is it? The GoFundMe and stuff so that we can...
Our yearly fundraiser.
Our yearly fundraiser for our servers and our upgrades and all of that. And you all know that are in the chat room. And every
we
penny
won't be
of
asking for $20,000. We won't bark at it, but yeah.
every penny goes into the show.
Everything.
And as you know, Mike works his ass off to hi Felicia. Mike works his ass off to do improvements and do everything. And we are going to this was my idea. I had it driving home one day and I sent a message. I was like, can y'all get on TeamSpeak now?
Because if I lose this idea, I'll never get it back.
Yeah, 24 hours of G&T, which will have live book club, live episode viewing and snarking. We can, who knows who we can get to drop in live while we're on the air. Magnum, definitely.
Yeah.
You, Adrian, some of our cast of irregulars that come in and do 24 hours live.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be happy to do that. So my birthday.
Part of the reason for the time of noon to noon is because that way the show will be done at the end of the 24 hours. That'll be the conclude. And don't you think we'll just be fucking goofy as fuck by that point?
Mm-hmm.
I think the show will sound a little something like this.
We'll sound like Adrian. We'll all be talking like this because we'll all have every drinks going.
I'll be all like waka waka.
Well,
Marv,
definitely.
602
is totally invited.
I'll get the cast over.
Oh my god, it'll be crazy.
So yeah, we're gonna have 24 hours of G&T. Well, Janice will be able to come in and pimp her new business.
Yay!
Yeah, so who knows, but that was my idea. And boy, once we started talking about it, it started running. Because, Steve will be happy because we'll actually get a book club in.
Oh, that was funny because we do have a bad tendency of not being able to get the book club in. And
actually,
it looks like
it's this particular episode that gives us so much trouble.
It is. It's the Voyager books. I'm not sure what's wrong. I haven't read them, so I'm there's
part of the problem.
Well, I haven't. And we keep waiting on you to be able to participate because you do know them. And
I'm sorry, but Saturdays are...
I know. To make an excuse, and not this one. We just have bad luck with the Voyager books now.
But
whatever.
Magnum, we also talked about like an hour maybe of listening to us play Stowe. Maybe an hour PvP.
Hey, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
I'm down with the get down. So we could do that. We're all yelling at each other.
Speaking of
Why
stove.
won't you die?
Why won't you die?
And all of that, all of the funds we raise go into the website and things for the show to help us put together a better product.
Awesome. You'll definitely have our support. I'll be happy to help you.
Awesome.
So that was my idea. So I'm done for the year for ideas.
I'm done.
I got kicked out in the first quarter of the year.
Yeah, go make me a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh, put Red Bull in my coffee. Now I can see sounds.
I can hear color. As you can tell, I'm 24 hours, and I'm just like this after 1 hour. That's how bad it's going to be in October, folks.
I want Alan to read us like various from the anthologies, just stories like from Tales of the Dominion War. Oh, is that Overly Attached Girlfriend?
I love her.
It is. She's so hot.
Yeah. Well, she's funny.
She is.
Awesome. She has that crazy face look. I love it. It's awesome.
Alan would love to be able to read some stuff. That would be great.
I never knew that the Overly Attached Girlfriend was a meme she actually made. It wasn't like a screen grab. It was something she did as part of a contest.
Brilliant.
I didn't know that either. I love her shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking, Nick, when you said you want Alan to read us a story? Can you imagine, like, when you guys are all loopy, Alan reads you that story, go the fuck to sleep? That would be awesome.
He would totally do it. He would totally do it. Yeah, no. It would not be...
Maybe we could get Magnum to spin some jazz records and I could have a dream come true.
Did you guys see my new toy?
Hello. Wait, what?
You saw my new toy, right?
No.
I have. If it is what I think it is.
We have to get the Ferris anomaly on during that time.
Upload.
Oh, that one.
Where did the batteries go?
You know, there's a company. I bought my granddaughter a doll of Elsa that looks like that. You know, it's just with the big old head and eyes.
It's the Funko Pop vinyl.
Yeah.
I love them. And apparently I love them so much, they actually started to follow me on Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Right on.
Who knew? They had a Twitter account. Pop Vinyl, I think is the name of them, but they're awesome. And I have like an Agent Coulson one. I have a Thor one. I have a Mirror Universe Spock.
Oh, wow.
Goatee, right? I love them. I think they're adorable.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're really cool.
And by the way, I did not know I could totally just upload a picture from my camera onto our chat room.
Yeah, it was a feature that was coming out soon. I'm glad to see that it's here now.
It's here. It's working cool.
And that's the kind of thing that we'll get with the upgrades from 24 hours of G&T.
24 hours of track. Here, you can...
I got Worf, and the next day I got my generic Klingon that I'm now calling Kern.
There you go.
Nice.
You know how everybody has a golden boy? This is my golden boy. This is the most trashed t-shirt I own.
I will call him Baby Blue.
Mine has holes in it, like in the armpits and stuff. It's the most comfortable shirt in the world.
Mine does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, as you can see, the collar's all thrashed.
Mm-hmm.
It's all faded.
No, don't tell Matthew Anderson how to upload pictures from his phone now, please. Please.
Matthew Anderson, it's really easy. There's a little paper clip in the chat.
No, what are you
Is that how people... I don't even know how to upload a photo on this chat. So you click on a paperclip?
If you want to upload a photo from your computer, yes, you click on the paperclip. If you want to post a photo that's from the web, you just take the link. As long as it ends with .jpg, then you can slap it in there and it'll just automatically do its thing.
Okay.
And we just renewed our year-long subscription to our chat room software. So, yay. I happen to like it. It works pretty well.
And it's got social media integration, so you can tweet and Facebook at the same time.
I know.
Anything that fits in there.
Yeah. Cover of an Angry Bird.
Oh, sweet. It worked. Did you look at the photo I just put up?
Look at beautiful. Yeah. It's lovely.
Right on.
Oh, yay. That's right. So you could just upload directly from the computer as well?
Yeah.
Look at that. Cool. For all of you people who don't listen to us live, you're missing out on all the fun. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, go ahead first.
I was going to say somebody was giving us grief for saying, if you don't need to use the term just saying. You know what? I do all the time, and fuck you.
I use it as well. Just saying.
Just saying.
Not hating, just saying.
It's true.
Well, I wanted to quickly draw attention to something since we kind of were talking about the show. I wanted to talk about YIGNT.
Excellent. Perfect timing.
I put the link in the chat room and it'll be in our show notes, but we are doing a social media campaign super contest for Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, and Twitter. And YouTube. So those 5 platforms. We want to know why UGNT. So basically, for Facebook, because it allows all kinds of media, let us know why UGNT by writing or posting a meme or a picture or a video up to 3 minutes in length and adding the YIGNT hashtag to your post, telling us why UGNT, and you will get a chance, or you'll get a chance to win Miles Away, autographed by Anthony Montgomery himself. For G+, Google+. So let's see, that's for writing and images. So you can write why or post an image or a short, no longer than 3-minute video telling us why UGNT, and then you can get a Amazon gift card for that. Tumblr. Let's see. So you can either write a blog, an animated GIF, or short storyboard. Let's see, telling us why UGNT, and then use the hashtag, of course, and you can win a Star Trek book collection. Terry, you said that you have those titles?
The Star Trek book collection will contain the following books. It will be Star Trek Myriad Myriad Universes, the Shattered Light Anthology. It will contain Seekers 1 and 2, and Section 31 Disavowed.
God damn it.
What?
You like that, Nick?
I'm not bothered. I ain't bothered.
I ain't bothered.
I ain't bothered.
Oh.
For
Doctor
Twitter.
Who? Oh! Fuck no, I gotta watch that.
For Twitter.
Doctor Who?
I'm sorry. You guys lost me.
For Twitter, in 140 characters or less, so you have to be terse and creative. Tell us why.
Terse.
Good word, Mike.
It was Janet's word, not mine. But tell us why UGNT. And again, use the hashtag and you have a chance to win another Amazon gift card. And finally, YouTube. Let's see. So our YouTube account is all about video. So we want a 1 minute long video or shorter telling us why UGNT. Again, use the hashtag YIGNT. And you can win a Eagle Moss Starship Collection 1701D Enterprise model.
That's right.
And of course, there's some legal mumbo jumbo that our lawyers made us put in there. For instance,
our lawyers.
He's unofficial. Our lawyers.
So you can't post the same video or same content on more than one platform. If you do, we only count one of them towards it. So this is for original content for each platform. So if you create a video,
you can't post it on Twitter. You can't post it on Tumblr. You have to just pick the video, put it on one.
You can
YouTube,
create unique
and then
videos
do
for
a separate
each.
tweet, right? So you can't use the same content over platforms.
Yeah. So let us know why UGNT. What was that, Nick?
That means be original, motherfuckers.
That's right. That's right.
And don't forget to use the YIGNT hashtag.
That's right.
Magnum, why do you GNT?
Because I love you guys.
Oh, we love
you.
We love you
sappy
too.
Motherfucker.
Aww.
I know.
Hugs all around.
That sexy ass voice.
Watch the hand.
No, Nick, I don't want to watch the hand.
You don't want to wash your hands?
No, watch the hands. Sorry, my bad. I don't want to wash my hands.
Anthony.
Like, please wash your hands.
There you go, Terry. Look at that little picture I just put in.
It's a corgi.
Yeah.
Jasper says if you make 5 videos, you can conceivably post them to each platform. That's why she GNTs.
Oh, Jasper's
Look at
here.
Angry Puppy. I like Angry Puppy.
Angry Puppy is cute. I know. We're all like,
I don't get distracted. We're trying to talk about YGNT, and I'm like, Angry Puppy.
YIGNT.
Some people that's why they
hilarious.
Yeah, that's for the squirrels. And that's okay. Tell us that.
Finally, the USS Ranger. By the way, you guys, did you see this? You know, the Ranger is the ship that they used for the interior shots of Star Trek 4. It was supposed to be the Enterprise. The Enterprise wasn't available to actually do the interior shots. So the Ranger happened to be stationed where they needed it to be. So they did the interior shots of the...
She's talking about the aircraft carrier. For
the aircraft carrier, the big boat. It's being
and it's
retired.
not a boat, it's a ship. A submarine is a boat.
Submarine's a submarine. It's a big tube
submarine
with
is a
semen.
boat. Ask any sailor.
Submarine
Submarine
is a big tube
boat.
with semen.
It's called a boat.
Didn't let me.
You know what a submarine and a hard-on have in common? Both are long, hard, and filled with semen.
That's what I just said.
I'll be here all week.
That's what Terry just said.
You were the horse you rode in on, Bobby.
Totally was not listening. Marv, what does that picture look like?
Oh, there's a little man in a boat right there.
God, boy, if you miss rubbing the right spot on that door, you got problems.
Right.
It looks like it's got a zipper right down the middle.
It does.
It does.
That's not. Never mind.
Never mind. Don't go there, Nick. Or I'll punch you in it.
Spud Boy's here.
So either way, the USS Ranger is being retired, and she's, I don't know, I think they're going to dismantle her. Either way.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to take a while, though, because it's nuclear powered, so.
Oh, that's right. The nuclear vessel.
So they have to,
But she's been around a long time. I mean,
yeah.
She's not a young ship.
I have a question, and it may be random, but when they decommission ships like that, especially a nuclear vessel, once they take all the stuff off of it, what do? Do they scrap it and then melt it down and then build a new ship with the metals?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly. Yeah. I mean, they recycle, which is exactly what they should be doing.
Right.
Anyway.
I was hoping that's what they did,
It's not like what they do with the cruise ships or other carriers or other cargo ships and stuff where they just sit on a fucking beach in India.
No, it's being... it was struck. It was decommissioned in 93. It was struck in 2004, sold for scrap in 2014, 22 December, and it's being towed to Brownsville, Texas for scrapping.
Okay, so she will be scrapped. She's already been.
Not every ship or boat or ship becomes a museum.
No, and it takes a long time with the nuclear ones because of the reactor and stuff. She had a very long career. She was launched on 29 September 1956. So she had a
56?
long career.
That's a long
time. Yeah. And that's the one thing that somebody gave me grief once for writing in my fanfic. I wrote that the Titan had been decommissioned and that she would be scrapped. And they were like, why would they? And I'm like, because not all ships become museums. Really. And I don't think the Titan would in Star Trek's universe. And then the other grief they gave me was like, she's only like 30 years old. And I'm like, 30 years old is a long time for any ship. 30 years is a long time for any ship. And for people who, it bothers me that there are certain ships that was like, oh, it's a refit 80-year-old ship. And
the Miranda just never seems to die.
Never seem to die.
Well, because it's a classic design.
I actually like the Miranda. It's a very good design, yeah.
So I always, in my head in Star Trek Online, I always thought, well, what it is it's a new, because it's a classic and useful design, they just continue to make them.
To upgrade, yeah.
Yeah, they just continue to make them. It's not like these are 80-year-old ships. So that's
because you can only upgrade so much before the technology just does not fit anymore.
And it becomes it's not cost effective to upgrade. It's easier and safer to build new.
Federation.
What was that, hon?
Cost is not a problem for the Federation.
No, but there's a human energy output. Why would you waste your workforce?
Well, they don't have to worry about it because after the Dominion War, they got rid of a lot of ships during that war.
That's exactly right. And that's the other thing, too, is after the Dominion War, they only had so many, so they had to build a lot.
One thing I learned during the Dominion War is Starfleet should not take a hit unless they're the Enterprise or the Defiant. So many ships were one-shotted in that war.
Yeah.
I don't think they were actually one-shotted. They were taking lots of hits, and then we finally saw the one shot that did him in, you know?
I like his reason. Like they finally got through the shields.
Yeah, it finally got through the shields. No ship is going to be designed to get one shot at unless, you come across the Borg or
unless you're the Mars Defense Force.
True.
And a Borg cube is coming.
Yeah. They have lasers, but
Oh shit. I just pushed the wrong button. Sorry, Captain.
That's a cool.
Speaking of lasers, did you guys see what Lockheed Martin did this week?
What was that?
Did you guys see what Lockheed Martin did this week with the lasers?
No.
Not this week. No. What did they do?
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Oh my god! From a mile fucking away. They took out, to get a load of the damage that's being done, they took out an engine in a truck from a mile away.
Oh, wow.
With a fucking laser.
That's awesome. I know they've been experimenting with that before.
All that is a clip from Weird Science.
No, actually, what was funny is somebody posted it's like, Val Kilmer's worst fear has come true.
Yep.
from Real Genius. But
I didn't see that, but I did see that they've achieved longer distance quantum teleportation.
But that's still kind of freaky to me. It's like I realize that science is saying that really what it is I can't wrap my head around that right now because they're not really teleporting the same quantum piece from one area to the next. What they're doing is destroying one in one location and triggering the existence of another one on the other side. It's so confusing. I don't know.
That's how the transporter works, Terry.
No. Well, see, that's the thing is that so it's not you originally. You would be recreated entirely of new shit.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's how the transporter works.
Your memory.
Well, the idea is. Oh.
I told you.
I'm gonna turn off your privileges to upload images now. That's just gross.
Somebody missed.
Ew. Oh, sharks with lasers. The chat room's nuts today.
But they've actually been able to manipulate atoms like 25 kilometers away. So that's pretty impressive.
That's crazy.
I can't stop looking at it.
So
that's what you call a bad night.
God. That's me after White Castle.
That's him after White Castle.
Yeah.
That's, you know what that is? And I know Marv will understand this. That's after you've been in the field eating MREs for a couple of weeks and you get back barracks.
Oh, man.
Terry, we'll have to talk later about quantum teleportation.
Yeah.
I'll answer your question.
Dude, that just kind of, it's hard for me to wrap my head around just because it.
Oh, wow. So they've even upped it since last time I've seen it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't this scare you all?
Yeah,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't really scare me. I think it's amazing that science fiction, and they used to make fun of us as geeks, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
we love all this Buck Rogers, and then all of a sudden now the military
has become possible.
Yeah, they're using lasers. They've taken out drones out of the sky. They've taken out airplanes out of the sky. Testing the laser out. Now they can shoot a laser up to 81 kilometers away.
I know. It's the one thing that I have to say kind of scares me, and I will be very honest with you is as much as I love here comes an admission, as much as I love Measure of a Man, I don't ever I would be pretty much anti-data.
Janice and I were talking about that not long ago. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me he's a living person. He's not a living being. You'll never convince me of that.
Me either. I have a very difficult time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't take orders from a fucking computer, would you?
Oh, you would be that dude on the.
I totally would be that dude on the Bozeman. It wasn't the Bozeman. It was the other one.
We already take orders from computers.
No.
You're using a computer. A pop-up appears, okay, and it's telling you to click here to turn something off or turn something on.
Right.
Windows already tells you what to do. Computers already tell you what to do.
Okay, Mike, calm down. Quick, somebody get a towel.
No, I'm sorry. But in a military type way. And it's great that the books really explore a lot of this, especially the Titan books where we talk about blue white and
blue white, yeah.
and what is the definition of
Kush.
sentience? Well, what scares me the most is fucking dudes. We're making these things sentient. What happens? We're getting to that point now. We're really, really getting to that point now.
Yeah, we're reaching the singularity, and either it's going to be one of two things.
Go with it?
Either it's going to go really, really bad, meaning we're going to either be enslaved or killed off, aka Terminator, or we can, embrace our machine overlords and.
I honestly
and make sure that they're fully functional. I'm just saying.
I don't think we'll ever come to that because Hollywood and the fear that's already been instilled in man is going to prevent that.
But what if it's too late?
Well, then it's too late.
Yeah, exactly. Ultron.
We'll
Somebody
all band
creates
together
something with the best of intention, but like Ultron, things go wrong. And as Kush says, the computer has been given a rank and title of an officer appointed over you.
Right.
But meanwhile, he can't even fucking whistle or use a contraction.
Can't go have a beer with him.
And didn't know what the fuck perfume was 23 years into the service.
Yeah. No, Janice and I were just discussing, because she's doing a TNG watch, and she watched Measure of a Man, and we were discussing, and, to me, Riker won the case when he turned him off. It doesn't matter how cute or adorable or lovey he is with his little questions and everything. You can take his arms off and turn an on-off switch and...
Technically, the beauty with him is you can turn him back on. Technically, we have an off switch too.
But we can't get
but
we can't come back from it.
So my TV's not sentient, and I can turn that on and off.
I don't know. TVs are getting smarter all the time.
Like God. And by the way, if anybody has one of those curved TVs that has the voice command, did you know that all of what you say in your room is being recorded? Just letting you know, it is. So don't.
So the poor NSA, all they're hearing is. All they're hearing is porn. Why isn't it turning it on? Porn.
Well, that's what I always say on my show. I just say, I'm glad the NSA is listening because I have more listeners. That's the way I look at it. I hope I'm entertaining them.
Oh man. So yeah, I have a problem. I would have a problem taking orders from a robot would.
Well, see, robotics can go, like I said, a couple different ways. We can end up in a bad situation, where things are more along the lines of Terminator, or things can end up being more along the lines of Star Wars, where, they are everywhere, they are... part of everyday life, and
right, but they're never the ones in charge in Star Wars. It's
General Grievous.
Well, he had a biological component, although it was teeny tiny. He was still a biological. He had still a biological component.
Yeah, he was more like a Borg. I don't know. I just the idea of it just kind of
Johnny Five.
The idea of it, Bill, kind of like, I'm sorry, but the way I saw it in Star Trek TNG when Yar and Data do their thing, I thought, she's just using a really big fancy vibrator.
God. Did you see the thing that I put on Facebook last night of Chris Evans and Chris Pratt at the Children's Hospital in Seattle with Chris Evans in the Captain America outfit?
Loved it.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
There's two things about that. One, that's just fucking awesome. Just,
so cool.
The best. It gets me all the clamped because those two guys, and all of the people in the Marvel Universe that are working there are just so awesome. The things that they're doing outside for kids and sick people and all of that, and doing things, visiting them. But two, the geek in me totally went nuts. Did you see the little Avengers logo on Captain America's uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I geekasmed on that.
I know. Did you see the new trailer for it?
Of course.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it's got Ultron explaining
where he came from.
Yeah, where he came from for that.
Yeah.
And with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Matt Norton says, so robotic Rob Zombie and assless chaps.
There you go. Okay, Matthew Anderson's got the picture of Data kissing that really desperate crew member that wanted, the fancy vibrator. So is a pocket pussy then sentient because you can fuck it?
Ask Kevin Smith.
I don't know. Do this. Turn it on and ask it to make you a grilled cheese sandwich. If it does,
exactly.
Then yes.
If the bitch can't make a grilled cheese sandwich,
then it's not sentient. I saw that problem right there.
Oh my gosh.
They see GNT solving problems since
6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
Well, we took a stab at the dark. I owe Mike $20. I bet Mike $20 that he wouldn't invite Kevin Smith on the show through Twitter, and he did. So
nice.
I did, and have not gotten a response.
Yeah, it wasn't like we expected one. Either way, Mike gets $20. It was worth. What was that?
You bet him $8.
I did. I bet him $20.
You know,
dude, $20.
That's like when Kevin you bet Smith. Me I wouldn't wear my scant to work with
and
people
you did,
there.
And it was awesome.
With people there.
with people there. Well, that had to be because I know you. You would have shown up when it was like empty. It's like, how was you on a Saturday? And there was nobody around. It's like,
I would have gone in at midnight.
Nick, did you see Black Magnum and Nick? Did you guys see what Admiral Tade put in the chat room?
Yep.
If she can get up.
Well, that's not fair. What if she's legless?
Like a Legolas?
Yeah.
A legless Lego.
What if she's a quadruple amputee? That's really unfair, Tate.
She can roll into the kitchen.
Shot right there with the little girl and Chris Pratt and Chris Evans. Cool. I love that shot.
Right on.
God, I've
They're
become
both
such a fan
awesome
of his.
People.
He is a credit to Captain America.
He really is.
If either one of them didn't go through with this, you know, although one of them won,
by the way, Matthew Anderson. Go ahead.
But if both of them didn't go through with it, it would have been like PR nightmare for them.
They would not have made that bet publicly if they weren't going to go through with it.
True. And I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that they both of them went for it rather than just the winner.
And I'm just, for me, and because we're all relatively healthy here,
right?
But I can't imagine if I was, 7, 8, 9, 10 with cancer or in a children's hospital like that.
Can't either.
And fucking Captain America, the real Captain America, the real in quotes,
right,
comes walking through the door in uniform. Yeah. That's,
It would have been that picture of the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. or
Matthew Anderson, I have a goal for you in the very near future. If you now have a job and your job is to find me a picture of Jonathan Frakes when he was doing Captain America. I want a photo. I can't find one. I need one. If you are a god when it comes to finding shit on the internet, you can do this. Find me a picture of Frakes as the man. It'd be awesome. Because that was like one of his first jobs. I was going from convention to convention as Captain America.
And you do realize that we already know Wonder Woman.
Yes, we do. There's Janice. Hi, Janice. So that would be really, really awesome.
Right on.
Well,
I love that picture so much.
Have?
Oh, Kaboom, we miss you.
You miss Kaboom, bastards.
She has better hair than Wonder Woman in that.
She does. Although the pony on the right hand side is kind of cute. All right, Mike, what announcements do we have? I mean, the GNT show, YIGNT contest starts when?
It is, I think, ongoing.
Okay, great. And we're giving everybody about a month, right? To get
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Is that Frakes, Mike?
That's Frakes, according to the info that I saw. It runs about a month.
Jeannie must have really loved him. The energy cap.
Yeah, I also put another photo in for you guys. That's right.
The energy cap.
So we have that contest going on, and of course Nick's big challenge is also ongoing. So if you attend a convention and can somehow dupe a Star Trek celebrity into saying that they never listened to the GNT show, and
publicly.
You can get it publicly and get it on tape, and or record it in some way and get it to us, you can win Star Trek Catan. Is that what it is?
Yes.
So
that is the worst Hulk and the worst thing I have ever seen in my life.
I know.
Now Spider-Woman looks great.
Yeah.
But that Hulk and that Hulk, I'm sorry, but that Hulk looks like he should be riding the short bus to Hulk school. Look at him. It's fucking Corky from Life Goes On.
I dated a guy who played the Hulk at Universal Studios. Yeah, he didn't look like that.
I mean, he has... normally when you say Hulk has no neck, it's a good thing. Not with that one.
No, it's gross.
And
it looks more like what's his face from one of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah. And that thing
like the Wacky Racers.
Sponge.
Didn't he look like the guy from the Wacky Racers?
He does. But look at the thing. The thing looks like a sponge.
He does. Looks like SpongeBob SquarePants, but
yeah.
The convention.
Hey, this is running for a while, so
the convention contest runs until the end of 2015. So December 31st.
So don't go getting your panties in a bunch thinking you already won. Oh dear.
And we're going to give consideration to the most number of submissions as well as who those submissions are. For instance, if you can get Patrick Stewart to say it, you automatically win.
Or
yeah, what are automatic winners here? I'll buy a Star Trek Catan for somebody to get that.
Or Shatner.
Or Shatner.
Yeah. So again, if you can't get an automatic win, you can go for most wins and end up, or most submissions and possibly even win that way. So
and what? Because there was some confusion when they have the Q&A, like in at a convention or something. If you get up and you say, "So do you ever listen to the G&T show?" and they say, "I never listen to the G&T show." What is that?
Yeah, perfect.
That would be a winner.
And we're okay with nepotism. So if you're related to somebody or know somebody who's related to somebody, it doesn't matter. We'll take it.
Frosted Flakes.
I like
now, of course, if you get Nicole DeBoer or to say, I love Gettysburg 7, then, that's a winner. I just made that part up.
Well, the contest outline and rules are already on the site, aren't
they're on the forums. Yeah.
So
really?
Head over to the forums and
I really need to go to our website more.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Hey, I have a question, and this is an honest question, and I know it's stupid, but I was thinking about this last night as I watched the clock go from 1:59 to 3. Is
time travel makes my head hurt.
Is it 2:00 out there, or do they do it at 11:00?
2:00.
So it's all 2:00. It's not
2 a.m.
time.
Yes, no, it's
Right.
2 a.m. Each time zone.
Each time zone.
We need to just get the fuck rid of this thing.
Well, what we need to do is just pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Do you want daylight savings? Stay on daylight savings. Do you not want daylight savings? Stay off daylight savings. It doesn't fucking matter anymore. All it does is piss everybody off.
Needs to be gaining an hour.
Right. It pisses everybody off and it kills productivity. I don't care. It's because at the end of the day, we're using lights at one end or the other.
That
it
is
makes no fucking difference.
It was done for the farmers.
Well, they say it was done for the farmers. Well, the
really
farmers
wasn't.
are all fucking owned by ConAgra now, so screw them. It's all fucking robotic. We're all commuting and we're using more goddamn light in the morning now. So go all stupid. It's so dumb. We need
do you think they have daylight savings time on the Enterprise? That they gotta change their clocks?
Oh my god! Fanfic idea. Just run with that one.
Actually, I think on the Enterprise, don't they like in Enterprise we had seen that one race wanted them to change their clocks to their capital's time zone.
That's right.
So what do you think that they would have to do that for every planet they visit? It's 3:00. It's 3:00. It's 3:00.
Yeah.
That's why they came up with the star date.
Yeah.
So they
don't
say
have
that
to
everybody
worry
was
about
on the same kind of,
that picture.
no matter where they are, because relativity kind of fucks with that, right?
Fuck.
Count Bacula.
I could actually see that recasting.
Hey, that's Yahya Han.
Yeah, I did that for you, Nick.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the Cretaceans.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janet. Everyone give a round of applause to our lovely social media manager. She does such good work.
She's amazing.
Clap, 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 clap.
This is for Janet.
There you go. Somebody has to start the slow clap.
The only part of Star Trek 6 that I can't stand.
The slow clap?
Oh. Like,
Who doesn't
I love
like the slow
everything
clap?
until fucking the slow clap. And then it's like, oh, god
Who
damn.
doesn't like the slow clap? The slow clap? Oh, shut up. What's the matter with you?
Because it sucks.
Oh boy. Well, this is
Just think what 24 hours of G&T will be like.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pretty much like this.
This is what we come up with when time travel takes an hour away from us.
Just 1 hour. Can you imagine what would happen at 24?
You know what we may have to watch and live
There, you stole Nick's brain with that last photo.
Yeah,
brain?
yeah.
What brain? What is brain? Thank you.
She'll be here all week. Trying to be.
I'll be here all week.
You know what we'll have to watch while we're doing 24 hours of G&T? Star Trek XXX.
This ain't real Star Trek. Star Trek porn? I don't think, you know what? I really don't want to get in. I don't really want to get into that.
Your warp cells are out of alignment. Let me fix that for you.
I think
Here you go, Anthony.
Ooh, look at that.
That's Alice Malice. That's why I have Malice Monday every Monday.
All right.
All right, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Black Magnum, thank you.
Thanks for the
so
invite.
much
Yeah.
for coming on and
my pleasure.
And helping us out while Mr. Nick got his connectivity issues resolved.
That outfit just looks uncomfortable. Terry, how uncomfortable would that be in the Power Girl region?
Actually, that's not a very good Power Girl outfit.
Yeah, I have to say it would be. You wouldn't be able to walk in it.
A little snug.
It'd be serious camel toe.
You better hope that you don't have to kick somebody. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. All right. Are you done now, Nick?
Yeah, I love that photo of her. She wears the red shirt really well.
Are you done now, Nick?
I'm not the one posting them. Why are you getting on me?
Because I'm trying to wrap up the show, but
she's trying to wrap up the show, and
they
you keep
posting
distracted.
Yaya Han.
Okay.
And I'm the one getting fuck y'all.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was episode 182. As crazy as it was, but what do you expect? It was daylight savings time bullshit. And we'll catch up with you next week for episode 183. Until then, oh, by the way, we will let our guest say goodbye first.
Oh, thank you.
Magnum, how can people follow you on Twitter?
You can follow me at Anthony Battles on Twitter, and I just want to say thanks for letting me join you guys on the show today. Have a great weekend.
Welcome.
And you can
always welcome, my brother.
How can they hear you on 602?
Oh, also,
nice.
You can hear us on clubs. Oh my God, Marv, get your face off
Look
the
at beautiful face.
I saw this big old black melon.
God,
I'm like, oh
beautiful.
my word.
Beautiful with the big soft eyes. Oh.
But no,
Marv, that's what you need a new Twitter handle. Big old black melon.
You can follow Club 602 on iTunes. You can also get us on Wednesday night at midnight, 3 a.m. Thursday morning on Trek Radio. Prepare to be offended.
Right on.
Our kindred spirits at Club 602. You can follow me on Twitter at TerryLynn S, TerryLynns, as in Sam.
Anthony, you better put your picture up real quick before we go off the air.
All right, hold on.
And Mike, where can people follow you?
I am still taking applications for stalkers.
Sweet. Excellent.
You can send your application and a small filing fee over to Ceridium STO. That's SORIEDEMSTO.
And Nick?
At Gettysburg 7. That is the number 7, not the word.
Excellent. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you for episode 183. Till then, live long and prosper.
Kabla.
Anthony.
I was waiting for you.
Anthony.
Au revoir.
Joel Untrue, bitches.
Music for the G&T show is provided by Warp 11, Andrew Allen, Grethor, and 5 Year Mission. This has been a Busy Little Beaver production.
Gonna take a 5-year tour. Boldly go where no man's gone before. Gonna travel to the end and make new friends. Move ahead, warp factor 10. Put a mini skirt on my yo man. Represent the human race, and we make space a happy place. To boldly go where no man's gone before. I think I've sang that line once before, but I'm not too sure. We'll be so happy, can't you see? A 0